All right, guys, in today's video, we are going through probably the #1 interview question that we get asked as a coaching company. How do you respond to the tell me about yourself question? Whether you're talking to a recruiter or a hiring manager, what do I say then? So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Katie. I'm a coach at CareerSprout, where on average, it takes us about 63 days to help somebody from start of their job search to accepting their offer. And on average, the salary bumps are about $37,000. So the process that we use to really condense that job search process and get somebody, a high paying job offer that they really love, sometimes $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 plus, that comes from having really specific responses in the interview stage. We have a whole host of videos talking about, all of the other steps, but really the meat and potatoes of the job search is that interview process. And the most important question that you need a response to is this tell me about yourself question. So we're gonna go through the 3 parts right now. Part 1, this is going to be just a really simple introductory sentence. This is going to be, telling about your title of your current role, or just kind of like the overarching of who you are as a professional. So an example of that would be, I've been in the SaaS industry for over 7 years, and I'm currently the customer success manager at company, ABC, where I'm responsible for overseeing 7 enterprise clients totaling about $13.5 million in ARR. So just a really simple 1-sentence condensed, technically a compound sentence, just a condensed introductory of who you are. Then part 2, this is where your goal here is to highlight 2 to 4 points that make you stand out on that role that you're specifically interviewing for. So in this, one of the nuances is you want to have an emphasis on more recent accomplishments. So a couple of examples of what you could follow up with there is just, think of it almost as like if you were a professional athlete, it's like your highlights, your stats. So #1 could be, I was promoted within 2 years, or it could be, I built out the customer success team from the ground up. Could be, maintained a 97% contract renewal rate with a 98% NPS score, different things that for your specific role that you're looking for. Now, this is especially important for career pivoters. It's the specific highlights that are applicable or transferable to the role that you are looking for. It's not necessarily, especially if you're somebody who's trying to make a jump into something new or you want to level up, you don't want to talk about how great you were, over here as, let's say you were a customer success manager and now you're looking for a product manager role. You don't want to talk about only the things that are going to make you good as a customer success manager. You want to talk about you want to highlight the things that are transferable to this product manager role that you're looking for. Now, and again, whatever the case may be, even if you're not a career pivoter, even if it's just, 1 level up, you want to make sure it's applicable to whatever that next role is that you're looking for. If it's your first time in leadership, your highlights should be how you stepped up and you had leadership opportunities in the role that you were just in. So part 1, just that overarching sentence to say who you are. Part 2 is kind of like your highlight reel, 2 to 4 examples there. And then part 3, this is the really awesome one. Part 3, I've got an example over here. This is going to be why you're here. Here specifically in this conversation with this company, why this role is a compelling opportunity for you. This is probably the most important one. So an example of this would be, this opportunity caught my eye because what you're building in the health tech space, insert whatever space, seems really innovative, and it's something that deeply aligns with my interests and my values. Bonus if you can, you actually know their mission statement, their core values, and you can have specifics there. Broad is okay as well. So you're just essentially, you're saying why this is important to you. So this opportunity caught my attention because what you're building in the health tech space seems innovative, and it's something that deeply aligns with my interests and values. With my range of experience, I see this as a chance for me to make an impact quickly at the company and leverage the experience I've gained to help build out a seasoned team of customer success managers. Is this how you would see my role fitting in? Very important to cap that off with a question. Is this how you see my role fitting in? And because one of 2 things is going to happen. everything that you just said is going to be like music to their ears, and they're going to say, oh my gosh, yes, this is exactly what we need. Or they're going to say, actually, that sounds great, but we were actually, and then they'll take you down the path of what they were envisioning. It doesn't matter whether it's perfect at the very beginning or if they say something that's different, because I shouldn't say it doesn't matter. You now have the opportunity. This is where it's really important. People go, when you're going into an interview, especially if you're going for those $200,000, $300,000 jobs, or even your first $100,000 job, it's very important that you know the power dynamics. It is not the interviewer's up here and you're down here like a, just trying to do whatever you can to please, this great god of Greece or whatever, ancient mythology. That's not the dynamics, even though that's how most people feel on the inside. You really want to shift the dynamics here to know you're interviewing the company just as much as the company is interviewing you. It is your job to know, hey, is this the right company for me? Is this the right culture for me? Is this the right role for me? So when you ask that ending question, is this how you would see my role fitting in? If they take you down a different path and say, actually, we were expecting somebody who would be able to do X, Y, Z, you in that moment get to say, is that what I want to do? And oftentimes, especially if you've done all the pre-work, it absolutely is. And that's when you can pull in and say, oh my goodness, that's even better. That was my favorite part of working at company ABC, was I actually was able to do, and that's when you can address those things. And that way, where the conversation is going, exactly what they're looking for this role. And that's really your goal of that interview, is you want to think about it more as, like catching up with old friends. Hey, what's been going on with you? What got you here? Where do you want to go from here? And it's not, hey, they just ask you questions and you answer it. You want to ask questions. You want to put on kind of your consultant's hat here, and you want to just really diagnose what the situation actually is. So we've got plenty of other videos if you want to check out, which questions to ask during your interview process, when to ask them in the interview process, things like that. But really, I really hope this helps you just craft out that tell me about yourself response. Those three, if you can just get those 3 parts in there, that is going to set your interview up to be exponentially better than just kind of fumbling around or just kind of answering questions or not being sure exactly what to say. So hopefully that helps. If you guys have any questions at all, you can shoot us an email, comment below, and I hope you guys are having a good one. Talk soon.